everybody, welcome back for another video. Today, let me get the phone out of the way. I've been, where'd it go? You can see I've got some of my Arteza colored pencils here. I have a, this is a Tomoe River paper insert. Oh, let me go to the center. You can see that it is a very light dot grid that Tomoe River sells that I made into an insert myself. And I am swatching my art supplies. So I'm starting with my colored pencils. I didn't do anything on the first two pages because I'm not sure what I want to do. And this is the light, the thinnest of the Tomoe River paper. And it's the old Tomoe River paper. It's not the new. So like I did my Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils. I did my Prismacolor Premiers. I've got a 24 set of those. Then I did my Prismacolor Scholars, which I've got the, it says 50 set, but it comes with 2 whites, so it's really only a 48 set. Because, I mean, white isn't a color. You can shade other colors or use it to blend, but not a color. Then I did my Jane Davenport. And the more I use them, the more I don't like them. I mean, I love the colors that she chose, but the pencils are just a little too waxy. They're not as, even as creamy as the Scholar pencils. But the colors are beautiful. And then these are, I've started my Arteza. I have this right here, the 120 colored pencils. These I bought myself. Or wait, are these the ones the husband got me? I have the watercolor pencils, and I have the colored pencils. And I bought one, and the husband bought me the other. And I can't remember which is which. He got me one of them for my birthday this last year. So I think there was a video on them. But so here they are. I haven't done them all. I've only done 2 trays. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 more trays to do. Yeah. And so then when I'm done with the colored pencils, I'm then going to do the watercolor pencils. And then I'm going to go to some, like, my watercolors and my, like, mild liners and stuff like that, because it's Tomoe River paper, and listen to that sound. I don't know. I like that. So there's that. Let's see. I've been using this Traveler's Factory that I cut down to personal size as my planner for the beginning of this year. But I made a purchase, and it arrived. And let me get my wallet out of the way. It's in here. I decided to put my little bear on my Manual Factory bear on my Traveler's Notebook. If you watched yesterday's AMSR video, you got to see a good up-close view of him. It's from when they had a Manual Factory log-on, Traveler's Factory kind of a event a few years ago. I've had him for a while. I got him on Etsy, so I guess you could look there for him. But yeah, he's so cute. But what I have in here, let me get my pencils out of the way. The thing that I bought this insert. I had another insert on here, the art one. What you'll see is this is the Traveler's Company, or the Midori, monthly calendar. There's December. I think I'm going to backfill December. We'll see. I backfilled January. Here we are in February. It's Purim, which is kind of like Halloween in the Jewish culture. So here we are. But I put a little photo of the wee baby Seamus the first time that I met him. I'll see if I can insert that photo here. But I saw this, it came across, I was on Amazon, looking at Amazon, and it came across my Amazon, and it was $9 and change. And I was like, yes, please. And I also have one coming in Passport because it was about the same price. So, okay. So I've got this filled out. So I've got March filled out. I've put a few things in April and nothing else yet. But I was playing in this. And yes, I love the personal size, but this made me miss my standard TN. So what I did, because I've been using the DIY fish inserts so far this year. I bought the whole year and I want to use them. I don't want to waste them. So, of course, I bought the personal size, which you can see. Let me take the March out. Which is, you know, quite a bit smaller than the standard size. Yes, I could just put this on an elastic and set it in here, but what I decided to do was to take this digital file, and I did this to it. Here, let me take it off of the elastic. I made a cover for it. I need to put new ink in the tanks. But these are the exact same file. This was printed on just regular photocopy paper. This I printed on A4 Kokyo paper, which is the paper that's also in the Jibun Techo. So it's, you can see, lighter than most. It's a beautiful paper. And that way I can still use the inserts I love, but I printed them. If you print this at 100%, this is the size you get. So if I'm taking something that's Traveler's Notebook size and cutting it or printing it at a lower percentage, I would have printed this at 82. So what I did was I upped this, the difference. So instead of printing this at 82 or at 100%, I printed it at 118%, and that gave me this. And so I have all of my stuff that I want and need in the standard Midori size. Oh, I want to mark something. St. John's, and that's a recital. And while we're at it, so I don't forget, there, I'm just writing to remind myself that's when we're recording my recital that will air on the 20th. I think the following week. No, 2 weeks. Yeah, it's going to air on the 25th. We have a fun recital programmed of flute, harp, flute, viola, and harp, and flute, violin, and harp chamber music. And since no one has really been able to travel this last year, it's kind of travel themed, and we've got music from France, and of course from the United States, and from Spain, and Japan, and yeah, some beautiful Japanese folk songs for flute and harp. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Yay, yay, yay. So that's looking good. Yay. So that's what I decided to do, because I wanted to use my standard size. I wanted to get back into my standard size, and that way I purchased these. Yes, you can get this insert in a standard size, but you know, I already spent the $35 whatever on them, and I want to use them, and this will have me use them. And that way I can have fun with my covers. Do you guys want covers on the Etsy store? Because I have a whole bunch of these that I've designed that I can put up there with like printable dot grid, so you can make your own dot grid inserts. And I've got them in every size. I have them in micro, passport, pocket TN. I've got them in A6 personal, B6 slim, B6 standard. Trying to think of what else. A5. I think those are all the sizes. I have them all done. I haven't put them up because I always feel funny when I'm self-promoting, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's something that I have issue with, because I don't want it to feel like I'm selling you something. But it's, you know, it's something that I've made that I enjoy. I mean, like, this is one of the designs. This is one of the designs. This is one of the designs. And I got so many more. And, like, you know, they would come in a whole set where you'd get all of them. So that way you'd have, like, all I did was print on white cardstock. And there's the cover with this, and then you can just print a blank one the size of the insert. And that's what I did. Oh, same thing I did in here too. See? Yeah. So if you want something like that, let me know, because I can put them up on Etsy. I love them and I use them, but, you know, I made them for me. I don't know if anybody else would want them. So it also came with this cute little guide, the Traveler's Company. And I think I'm going to put this. You can see on my folder I've got like the 10th anniversary sticker. I'm going to put this on here. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. I want to get one of those coffee cups, the brown coffee cup. I have a Traveler's Factory travel coffee cup that's, you know, kind of like espresso sized, or like the tiniest Starbucks size, that has like a lid. The husband has one too. We've had those for a while. Really love those. But I just love the artwork. Like, cut that out and put it in a journal. Same thing with this. I have an order coming from Baumkuchen. So, as you can hear just from the things that I've said, I bought this. I've got something coming from Baumkuchen. It has not been a no spend. I've been very mindful with my purchases and very thoughtful. But I have a brass clip coming. I'm trying to think of what else I have coming. I have a book. But does anyone have the 3-fold file? I was thinking of getting one of those, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's okay. I've got time to decide what I want to do. So yeah, so I got the monthly, and I've only gotten the monthly. The first year I got the monthly was in 2016. 2016. I also got it in 2019. And then I've gotten the passport a couple of years. It's one of those items that you have to get right away. Because even on Amazon, this was like one of the last 3 that they had. And they were like, we're not getting any more. Which, I mean, makes sense. This comes out in the fall. Like in what? October, November. So you can use it that last month of the year. There's December, so you can use it for December. Yeah. I thought of rounding the corners, but I haven't yet, so we'll see. I did round these because it's, you know, an insert that I printed and assembled and cut myself. But look at, there really is quite a lot of extra like room on the page. So this is the Kokyo paper, and this is just like an what is it, HP photocopy paper. Yeah. So that's something new that has happened with just in the last couple of days. And I got my old, mine actually says, I'm not sure if it'll pick it up in the camera, maybe not, but mine says Midori. Yeah. And someone had asked, like I had a Leuchtturm pen loop on here at one time. I had here the Traveler's Factory pocket, the adhesive pocket. I've even had one of those card pockets up here and another pocket, and over time it does wear away, the sticky, but someone in a video a while ago suggested something to get rid of the sticky, and I can't remember what they said. If that was you, leave it again so I can write it down and not just, you know, forget about it. So, yeah, this is going to be my planner. I wanted to move back into, you know, the notebooks that kind of started it for me. And actually, one of the first inserts I did buy was a DIY fish, because I started in a Traveler's Notebook in the fall of 2013, and it, you know, it was the fall, so I had an undated Midori, and then I got tired of dating it, and so I got the DIY fish, and it was in the standard size, and then I ended up using DIY fish for the next year in the standard size, because she had very few sizes, because also that was 2015, oh no, not 2015, 2013, 2014, where, you know, people were using Passport, Pocket Ring, Personal Ring, A5, and this was the newest one that she was designing for, was Standard Traveler's Notebook. And so I just kind of wanted to go everything back to when I started in the planner community. I was using my brown Passport and my brown Standard. So I've got all of that stuff in brown. I've got my, this has a name for it. It's called the Places I Want to Travel Journal. So it's going to be a travel journal for the places that I want to travel. So I've got some ephemera and stuff, like some old Midori things and some of the newer Traveler's Factory things, and some the Starbucks whatever that's called. One of our Starbucks here in town had like a special coffee brew system where you could brew one cup of whatever you wanted really fast, and I think they stopped doing that, and I'm kind of sad because they used to have specialty coffees with these wonderful cards, and yeah, it's a shame. But I've been thinking, like, Japan, Israel, and Italy. And so I started writing down the things that I want to do on Post-its so I can then determine how I'm going to fill up this journal. And this is that Midori that I cut down, that Midori MD lightweight, or not lightweight, but light notebook because it has a small number of pages. Yeah. Oh, those are those stickers that I printed. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And I'm not journaling. Like, I'm not writing, like, Dear Diary, my day, this type of stuff. I've kind of wanted to get out of my head. I've wanted to get out of my mind because I've been spending a lot of time the last few months doing that type of stuff. And I just want to be creative and have some fun. And so I think for me right now, having this journal where I'm, planning, places that we should go and what we want to do. And, I was thinking of, all the places, in Tokyo. Of course, I mean, there's, 3 that we have to go to. Nakamegara, to the Traveler's Factory. I want to go to the Starbucks Reserve near there, the Penelope Atelier. There's some great little restaurants. I'd love to go to Loft and look at all of their art supplies and stationery and stuff. Of course, I want to then go to the Narita Airport to see the little Traveler's Factory store there. The Tokyo train station to see the store there. If we go down to Kyoto to see the store there, but also do other things. But like if we're gonna be in Kyoto, well, we might as well just stop and look at the couple of cool things that they have only there, and just have fun. It was funny in when last night in was it on Twitch? I think it might have been on April's Twitch. Yeah, it was. We were talking about what you want to do when you get to Japan, and the first thing I want to do is drop the stuff off at the hotel, go to the Traveler's Factory, spend a couple of hours there, get one of everything, and then go get something to eat at the and to drink at the Starbucks. So yeah, that's my plan. I told that to the husband today, and he was like, "Okay, fine. You go do that, and I'll go have a bowl of what did he say he wanted? Oh, like a katsudon or like a bowl of sake. What is it? It's in that Agretsuko cartoon. Yakisoba. Yeah, he's like, I want to get some yakisoba. So yeah, so that's what we were thinking of doing is, go to the Traveler's Factory, go get something to eat, some katsudon or yakisoba, or something fun, and then go to the Starbucks roastery and of course get all of the Traveler's Factory things there and get a nice coffee and maybe a little sweet of something, and then walk to the next place and have a grand old time. So that's what I have to say is this, just even the beginning stages of this journal has lifted my mood a lot, and getting back in my Traveler's Factory has really lifted my mood. Playing with my colored pencils, even if I'm just coloring in squares and drawing cute little birds with stencils, that's lifted my mood, and I've really needed that this week with it's been a year, you know? We've all had to endure, you know, quite a bit this year, and I'm I'm feeling good. Yeah, this gives me hope and gives me a sense of looking forward to things in the future that, you know, back in like August of last year would have seemed like oh, that'll never happen. But it's, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm in a good place mentally. I'm in a good place. Yeah, I'm in a good place, and I'm happy about that. So that's all we're talking about today. I'm gonna edit this video and then go back to playing with my colored pencils. And a few months ago, I discovered these YouTube channels where, because I think one thing is I've missed coffee shops. I didn't realize how much I missed coffee shops. They, you know, if I was teaching at one university and then had a couple of hours and then had a rehearsal, I would, you know, go to a coffee shop, get a little coffee, maybe a protein bar or a bagel or whatever, and have a little something and spend some time in a journal or arting or reading a book, and then go to rehearsal. And I miss that ambiance. And so there's these YouTube channels. I'll see if I can link. I'll create a little playlist and link it up here, where it's a YouTube channel where there's a scene of a coffee shop. Some of them are cartoon, some of them are a real coffee shop, and you hear like the espresso machine going. You hear the clink and clatter of teacups. Sometimes you'll hear just chatter of people. Sometimes you'll hear some jazz music that, you know, going in the background, and that has been nice to have when I'm working, having that going, even though it's on the iPad and it's all fake. You know, they've got like 5 to 8 hour long videos of coffee shop ambiance. And I have a kitty, so she'll sit on the table or on my lap with me. So it's like I'm at a cat cafe in Japan, playing in my Japanese traveler's notebooks. So yeah, that's how I'm coping. How are you coping? How are you doing? That's what I want to know, is how are you doing? Because, you know, I know a lot of people haven't asked me because I haven't really seen many people other than teaching on Zoom and the occasional person at the grocery store, or, you know, when you run into Barnes and Noble to buy a magazine. How are you doing? I really want to know. Let's converse or conversate, or whatever the word is, in the boxes down below. I hope you're doing well. This is going up on Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you get a chance to take some time for yourself this weekend, because we all need that. Okay, I will see you Saturday. Bye-bye.